3.7 trillion naira budget padding allegation made by the lawmaker representing Bauchi Central, Senator Ningi. Senator Ningi had alleged that an unexplained 3.7 trillion naira was added in the 2024 national budget. Well, these are live feeds from the National Assembly.
The ayes have it. You may move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, for the avoidance of doubt, before I go ahead and move my motion, I have the full transcript of the interview that was granted, and it was transcribed by Bashiru Aliu Mayeri, who transcribed it from Hausa to Lange, and it was notarized in the Court of Competent Jurisdiction, the Federal High Court, Abuja. And I have here in the flash the voice of distinguished Senator Ningi for everything he has said on that interview. With the kind permission of the Senate, I would like to lay this before the Senate.
Please proceed. The clerk. Can I have a copy? Distinguished Senator Solomon Olamileko, is it possible for you to, in the course of trying to move your motion for members who may not have been privileged to listen to the interview, can you read the transcribed version of the interview for us? The point of order, the clerk, he may need a copy.
Mr. President, very distinguished senators, I'm Michael Opeyemi Bamidele. I represent the TVC Central Senatorial District, and by the grace of God and the benevolence of my colleagues, the leader of the Senate, my point of order is Order 9 and Order 10. I will invite Mr. President and our distinguished colleagues to take legislative notice of the fact that these two orders have just been read by distinguished Senator Olamileko. However, for the purpose of emphasis and for ensuring that we follow our rules, I want to emphasize that it is emphasized in Order 9.2 that when a matter of privilege is read, it shall be taken immediately. That in Order 9.3, it says where there isn't enough provision, the Senate shall regulate itself, which is covered in Order 1 sub B of our rules. But most importantly, Order 10 gives two instances under which a matter of privilege, when taking this seriously, ought to be considered. One is either to refer it to the Committee on Petitions or take it as a committee of the whole, where it is considered that seriously. For the avoidance of that, let me read that Order 10 once again. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring the matter to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. Now note, but if the matter is raised in the Committee of the whole Senate, the chairman shall leave the chair to report progress. Mr. Chairman, I stand to raise this order and to move most respectfully that the Senate resolve to the Committee of the whole to take this motion so that the chairman will be back to report progress. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. I believe that he should actually be allowed to take his motion, but Senator Neda.
Good morning, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. Senator Neda Imaswan, representing Edo South Senatorial District. I stand to second the motion moved by the leader of the Senate that this motion be referred to the Committee of the Whole so that Mr. President can report progress. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the various orders on the Senate standing orders as amended have been read out and are already known to us. The Senate leader has moved a motion that Senator Olamileko be allowed to proceed to present his motion to us, but that should be done under Committee of the Whole. Now the motion has been moved that this motion be taken under the Committee of the Whole, and thereafter the Senate President should report progress. Those in support that we proceed to resolve it to Committee of the Whole to consider the motion and thereafter report progress, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we'll resolve into Committee of the Whole. Distinguished Senator Olamileko, may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Very distinguished colleague. Once again, Adeola Solomon Olamileko, representing Ogun West Senatorial District. Mr. President, to start with, you request of me to read the full transcript of the interview that was granted, or I go straight to the motion. Which do you want? The motion. Okay. 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 The motion. Mr. President, urgent needs to address the false allegation.
Let's follow the procedure. The allegations you are discussing